This poetry burst is a revision video of Ozymandias by Percy Shelley. First, let us read the poem. Ozymandias. I met a traveller from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculptors well those passions red, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing besides remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away." The poem tells the story of a traveller who meets the narrator and explains to the narrator that he's been to a land, presumably Egypt, where he has seen a large statue. The statue is a representation of Ramesses II, who was a pharaoh, a ruler of ancient Egypt. It exists as part of a number of monuments, which are now all ruined or broken and have been replaced by the desert sands. The poem explores the power of a single person, in this case Ozymandias. It explores political power and the way that people use political power in life. However, at its heart, it also explores the power of nature and the fact that the power of nature and time is stronger than any one human being. The poem is a metaphor. It challenges arrogance and political oppression. The final lines, lone and level, seem to suggest that equality and humility are better, listening to each other, believing that we are not the one answer. This poem fits in with Shelley's beliefs about political democracy. He supported the French Revolution, where the monarchy were overthrown. The poem fits in with Romantic poetry's belief in nature being a gateway to important messages about society and human spirit. In this case, the transience and fragility of human power. Transience meaning that it cannot last, and fragility meaning that it is easily broken. The first key quotation in the poem, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone, and shattered visage." Here it refers to the broken statue. We see the adjectives vast and shattered and the nouns stone and visage playing an important part. The statue is a symbol of political power. The adjective vast emphasises how powerful the pharaoh was and the physical size of the statue. The shattered visage suggests his identity and power are now broken and vanished. The statue is a metaphor for the way that human rulers seek political permanence. They build statues to make themselves believe that their kingdoms and their power will last. The choice of the visage, the face, being shattered is significant. It emphasises that it's not our faces or deeds that will last. We are not offered an alternative way of lasting in this poem, however. It may be suggesting that we should live in the moment. Our second key quotation, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." The quotation is written on the pedestal of the statue, and it is a warning to all the other rulers in the area about the power of Ramesses II of Ozymandias. Here we see the possessive pronoun my and the noun kings repeated. The imperative verb look adds an extra command to this quotation. The repetition of King of Kings makes the pharaoh seem arrogant. The command look makes him seem in control of all other rulers in the area. The repeated possessive pronouns my throughout the poem emphasise his arrogance and power. This entire quotation is juxtaposed to the images of decay and despair which come before and after it. The words are undermined, reduced to nothing by the desert and its power. Human arrogance is undermined by the power of nature. In our third quotation, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Here we see the desert around the statue becoming a metaphor for the fact that nothing survives over time. The adjectives lone and level and the verb stretch become a metaphor when put together. The landscape emphasises the power of nature. The verb stretches implies the size of the desert. It has wiped out the cities of history. The layered adjectives lone and level and far emphasise the power of the desert. They undercut all the adjectives used to imply the power of the king so far in the poem. In typical romantic poetic style, the landscape emphasises the permanence of nature and the futility of attempting to challenge time and nature with human arrogance.